Hey there, I'm Myra Ansari here for Wave Now. We are going live to a press conference U of L is having right now with head coach Jeff Walz. He's talking about tomorrow's game with Clemson. Let's listen into his remarks.
At Clemson tomorrow and at Carolina on Sunday, two games that I think are going to be really, really competitive games. And, we're excited for the challenge. So feel free if you've got a question or two to ask away.
I guess, Jeff, you look, obviously, this group is improving and getting better, but how do you look at, I guess, this stretch coming up to see how much growth has been made with your team? Do you approach it that way at all?
No, I mean, we're getting better every game, every day. You're not going to look at one or two games and go, oh, golly, we won those games. Now we're off to the Final Four. And if you don't win them, you're not going, oh, shit, the year's over. We're done. Every game presents a different challenge. Games on the road, games at home, the matchups that you're going to face. What I'm excited about is the next challenge in front of us. Our Clemson game, I've been really, really impressed with them on film. They're sitting here at 8-9. They're better than what their record indicates. But I think a lot of people just get caught up in looking at 8-9, 1-4 in the league. But when you actually go through and you look at their games, it's an 83-82 loss at Syracuse. And I don't know if y'all watched the game at all. The last play of the game could have easily been called a charge. And it's a no call. She makes a layup. She scores. They were up 11 going into the fourth quarter. Played really, really good basketball. Syracuse is playing well also. So, they had that game right there. It could have gone either way. At Georgia Tech's an 8-point game. Florida State at home, they get beat by 6. At Carolina's a 6-point game. And it's not like they're down 18 and they just cut it to 6 and lose. They're in every single game. So you've got to look at it, and then they beat Duke at home by 16. So you've got to look at it and understand you're going to get their best effort. And that's the same thing that I talked about with Pittsburgh in ways that Clemson does not quit. It doesn't matter what the score is. You can get up 18, 19 on them. We're up 29 on them, I think, here in the first half and won by 12 in last year's game. The Robinson kid is as good as any player in this league. It's been a long time since I've seen a kid, shoot close to 60% from the field, 41% from three, 83% from the free throw line. It's really impressive. I mean, she is playing at a high level right now. She's rebounding the basketball. Her work ethics is so impressive. And then you've got Harris, who she's impressed me so much from her transformation from Pittsburgh to right now. She's in as good of shape as I've seen her in since we played against her all these years. The tempo she's playing at is so much faster. She's taking care of the basketball, as you can see, with 78 assists to 39 turnovers, averaging 11 points a game. She's fun to watch on film. I mean, I've really enjoyed watching the transformation that she's made. And then Whitehorn also close to 12 points a game. It's a really, really talented team that's got some players that can flat out play, and we're going to have our hands full.
Jeff, after the last game, Olivia talked about wanting the team's energy to be better and saying that started with her. I remember her in the offseason talking about kind of embracing that leadership role, veteran role. How have you seen her grow into that this year after watching her grow over the past couple of years?
Well, I think it's, it's all about how you perform. It's all about the effort you put forth every day in practice. You can talk the talk, but if you're not consistent every day in practice, no one's going to listen. And I think that's where she's made the biggest strides, is she's much more consistent in practice with her effort, her attitude. She doesn't get as frustrated as often. And that's where I've seen the biggest growth, And then once you take care of that, then obviously teammates will listen to you when you're able to back it up with not necessarily always having a great day in practice basketball wise. But okay, if I struggle shooting the ball in practice, I've made some mistakes. How am I emotionally? Am I still someone that you can come talk to, or am I just pissed off? I don't want to talk to you. I'm sharp. Those are the areas that I think she's made her biggest improvements. And then that carries over to the court as well. But she's really done a nice job for us. She's shooting a 57% from the field, 92 at the line in conference play. And we're going to continue to need that from her.
Jeff, kind of going off of that, being that you guys did have so many new transfer players, do you feel like she kind of just took on that role because there's so many new people and she just felt like she had to be that example a little more than maybe as opposed to if you guys had more returners?
Well, no, I think honestly, it's the growth that she's made year in and year out. It's not because there's new. If we had returning players, I think she'd still have made the same progress because she wants to be elite. She wants a chance to play after college. She wants to be an all-conference performer. So those are the things. If you want those things, everything else comes with it. You've got to be willing to put the time in the gym. You've got to be able to have consistency. And she's doing that. And that's what has impressed me. And, I'm really happy for her. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of this conference sees.